Hi everyone, my name is Claude.
And I'm Clinton, and we're the lamest offenders.
So for our next MCU Legacy Collection reviews, we're doing Captain America, the First Avenger. So let's get going.
Hi, Thanos. We're the lamest offenders.
I don't even know who you are.
We have a small but dedicated fan base.
Be sure to visit our sponsor at BaskervilleProductions.com. So for Captain America, the First Avenger is directed by Joe Johnston, who directed The Rocketeer, which was one of my favorites as a kid growing up. Mm-hmm. The movie starts with the army going to the Arctic to discover that Captain America has been encased in ice. He is essentially a capsicle, as will be referenced next week.
Defrost that boy.
Yeah. But after that, it goes to Norway, where in the height of about 1941 during World War II, and the Hydra operations led by Johann Schmidt, aka Red Skull, has now found the Tesseract, and the little boy from the village in Norway comes up to Walter Frey's character, which, I mean, it's a shame we didn't see him die on screen, but whatever. And he's warns them like, hey, the Hydra's coming. We got to hide this thing. You got to get out of here. And then the wall literally comes caving in on this kid, and he did not see that coming at all. But then Red Skull shows up and finds the Tesseract hidden, because it made this really ornate casket, and then he pushes a button and it pops out this little shoebox.
Yeah,
so I was like, all right, that's
like
cool.
a gumball machine.
Yeah, right, which then the film leads to Steve Rogers, who they digitally de-hanced. He's this.
I can do that for free. Just give me a couple weeks.
He was maybe 5'6", I think, and 100 pounds. It was just like this walking, looked like a walking pop figure almost. And
he dedicated his body for this role. I can't believe he did all this stuff naturally. What an actor!
He lost 6 inches of height, and then he's trying to enlist for the army. So with that, he claims this is his 5th time now doing it, and all he wants to do is serve. That's all he wants to do. He wants to fight for his country, and he doesn't like bullies.
Yeah.
Bucky Barnes shows up.
Gee whiz, that's his whole attitude.
Yeah. Bucky Barnes shows up and helps him out with this guy who picked a fight with him in a movie theater, and then they go to a Stark convention. It's still, even from the Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it's cool to see the comparison.
Makes a callback, with Howard Stark, who is... The actor made an interesting choice, I thought, because he was like, okay, well, we got to do more. Be Tony Stark, but more. Yeah. It was be Tony Stark without worrying about Me Too, basically. Right. So,
it's the 40s, do what you want.
Yeah. So a very generous doctor comes across Steve as he's trying to apply for the 5th or 6th time, and notice that this skinny kid's got a lot of heart, and he just wants to help him become a soldier. He wants to help him be all he can be. And so he helps him. He gets him to the boot camp, and that's where we're introduced to Peggy Carter and Colonel Phelps, played by Tommy Lee Jones, and just kind of see Steve doing his ingenuity with the flagpole scene, where he takes the pin out to get the flagpole and covers a grenade to show his heart,
which is cool. Yeah, it's cool just to see his dedication to what he believes in, and really that's what the Nazis really represent, is the biggest bully you could possibly have. So it's cool just to see him just do all this stuff so he can try to defend the little guy, which he is at this point.
Yeah, he for sure is. So then he goes through the super soldier serum program. He gets in this weird coffin looking thing, and just gets injected, blows out the power to Brooklyn or the Bronx or something like that. And then
Ronnie Coleman's
right. Yeah. And then Hydra agent is within the State Department officials, and he kills the doctor who helped him, and chaos ensues. He's cut off one head. They have a submarine just hiding off the pier but
they're probing New York.
Yeah. Getting ready for about, what is it? I guess 70, 80 years down the line.
Yeah.
But and then he joins up with the USO tour, because they don't know, he's an unknown quantity at this point.
Yeah, they have no idea what he's capable of. They're all right, whatever.
What do we do with this guy?
Yeah.
So, well, let's put a silly costume on him and make him have him sell war bonds. And his line reading, while he's doing these little shows going from town to town, is just atrocious at the beginning. It's like, oh, you buy a bullet. Is there a bullet in your gun for your best girl? I like that little touch too.
I love at this part of the movie, like you just actually see the World War II paratroopers just listening to it. Like, what is this? It's a joke, you know, because they're the ones that just saw like the shelling from the Nazis and they're actually fighting the war. And they see this guy in pajamas on stage.
When he gets to Italy, help me do what you can, or volunteer to do your best, or something like that. It's already did that. I volunteered. I'm here.
And then I think they're like, show the girls.
Get the girls back out. Like, when you're in Italy with nothing but a platoon of guys, like, why would you want to see another guy like in those stupid costumes?
Right.
I kind of really sympathize with the soldiers on that one. But that gets Captain America to the front lines, gets him to Italy. He realizes that Bucky, his friend Bucky, was captured behind enemy lines. He leads a rescue operation by himself, basically, just jumping out of a plane. And completely almost takes down a Hydra base by himself, which
that was cool.
That was a great scene. And then they kind of bring him into service full time after that, and then he punches Red Skull and saves the day.
Basically that's it. And some of the stuff, like, it's cool for the montage of there's a lot of montages.
There are a lot of montages in this movie.
So you see Captain America single-handedly winning World War II with the Howling Commandos, and it's cool because like they have, with the Hydra, they have these huge tanks and all these machine guns that shoot lasers,
Tesseract bullets.
And that's cool too. I mean, one thing I didn't really like about the movie is like how the Hydra soldiers kind of look. They all kind of look like what was it, Ninja Turtles, the Foot Clan? Like, they all look just so goofy and out of place, like, for World War II. Like, I understand they're using new technology and stuff like that, but at the same time, like, for instance, I went to Las Vegas this past summer to look at, it's basically a Marvel museum. You can check out the video below. And it's cool to see all the costumes of the superheroes and everything like that, and they all look in place in the universe. And then it shows like a costume of the Hydra, like a Hydra like soldier during this time. It looks completely out of place with everything else in the cinematic universe. It's just goofy looking, and the guns were just straight up like Men in Black. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. The one thing I did really like though was Captain America's costume. Like, they made it so practical in this one, and then they go from this one to Avengers, where it was. Like, it made no sense in the Avengers one. Like, to me, it was just like, it's just blue and red and white. Like, there's no
look good,
nothing there. Yeah, it didn't. Like, I don't know. That's
looked like a blueberry.
That's for another episode.
Yeah.
But, like my favorite. I love the first half of this movie. Like the first hour and 10. It's a solid 9 for me. Like, I love it so much. And then when it gets to the montage of them just blowing up Hydra facilities, like, I just like, okay,
it didn't look good.
I get
it was like a backlot like action scene where it's green screen everywhere. You can just see it now. And I mean, not to dog on green screen here, but
don't just on green screen.
It was just there's the fight scenes. I was telling Clinton earlier is whenever Captain America is fighting somebody, there's just a lot of wire work happening. Yeah. Like, if he kicks somebody, understandably he is a super soldier, but you just see a guy like just fall like 40 feet behind him, and then it just kind of looks goofy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one of my big problems with this. Is just there's a big, I guess, separation. It's like a different director like did the action scenes compared to like the actual story for the movie, or maybe Joe Johnston doesn't know how to do action scenes as well as everybody else in the MCU.
I don't know. I mean, I the first part had so much heart to this. Like, it was great. I loved it. And then to go from that just to, like, they put all the heart in the beginning and then it went pure action in the second half.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people like that. I know a lot of people just watch these movies for the punching and stuff.
Right.
But I like character development too. So I want both. I prefer more of one than the other, that's for sure. But like that's why the first half was, honestly, I would put it above, if we could just do first halves, or halves rather, I would do the first half above Iron Man, because I thought that was just perfect. Like, it had so much charm.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, like, looking back on this movie, when you rewatch, you're like, man, this movie's really good. Like, I don't remember it being this good.
Yeah.
But then you do get to that second half, and it's just a wall there. It's like Trump's wall. It's just blocking everything, all the good thoughts. And it's just, I don't know. The action is really, it's sad to say, but it kind of killed the movie.
It's not enough Hugo Weaving, I feel like, in this movie, because he killed it as Red Skull. I loved it. Every scene he was in, he just chewed the scenery. It was so great.
And I don't think there's been as close to perfect as you can go from a comic book character to the movie screen as much as they did with Red Skull.
Yeah.
It's, admittedly, he's literally a Red Skull face, but it looks amazing in the movie. They did a great job. But one of the problems with Hugo Weaving, he said behind the scenes, is it was one of the most excruciating things of his life, is putting all that crap on. And, and Marvel does have a history of underpaying their actors, so I don't think he really wants to jump into the role anytime soon.
So the movie as a whole is it's a solid movie. I hesitate to give it, it's probably like an 8. Kind of like an Incredible Hulk. The first half, again, I would give it a 9 if it could just stretch that out for the movie. But the second half just really slowed down for me. So I'm going to give it I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. It's still one of my favorites. I love this movie a lot.
Right. I'm going to be a little bit harsher with my review, and just like we said, like the first half is amazing. It's a great movie. It's just the action was just so it seemed like it lasted a long time, and there wasn't a lot of sustenance to it. So I would say I would probably rank the movie about a 7.
Okay.
Just based on that. I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie. It's really good the first half, and I love the characters and the character building, and Steve Rogers is a great character. Yeah. But again, I would probably only give it a 7. So
okay.
But
that's fair.
Yeah, that's our lamest review for Captain America: First Avengers. So the next review that we're doing is The Avengers. So we're pretty excited about that one. There's a lot to go over in that.
Lots to unpack in that one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you for the next one.
Appreciate you. Stay lame.
See ya.